There's a little detail about Himeno in Chainsaw Man that I've puzzled over for a long time, because I've had some trouble pinpointing exactly what it reveals about her character. So Himeno is a smoker, and one of the defining features of her relationship with Aki Hayakawa is that she pressured Aki into picking up the habit as well so that they could smoke together. And I say that this was a defining feature of their relationship because a majority of the flashback scenes that tell us about the early stages of their history together make some reference to this fact that Himeno pressured Aki into smoking. And so there's this question of why does Himeno care so much about having Aki smoke with her? Like, what does this mean to her? And I think that at least part of the answer is obvious. Himeno was in love with Aki, and smoking with a person is kind of like a token of intimacy, so that's obviously something that she wanted to share. It's something you do with your friend or perhaps your lover. It's also a little bit naughty. So to a certain extent, there's no real mystery behind the fact that Himeno kept pressuring Aki to light up a cig with her. But I also think that there's something more to the story, and that there's something about Aki becoming a smoker that holds a certain symbolic power for Himeno. But in order to discover this symbolism, I think we need to remember the reason why Aki initially resisted Himeno's pressure to pick up the habit of smoking, because it took Himeno a while to wear him down. Aki initially explains that he doesn't want to smoke because the habit will rot his bones, and that in turn will compromise his ability to hunt devils for public safety, and in particular the gun devil, because Aki's life is defined by a mission to get revenge on the gun devil who killed his entire family. So you could say that Aki Hayakawa's initial refusal to smoke symbolized the way in which hunting the gun devil was the most important thing in the world to him. Certainly more important than Himeno was. But this was precisely the reason why Himeno kept pressuring Aki to smoke even when he initially refused. It was precisely because Aki's continued refusal symbolized the way in which Aki continued to care about the gun devil more than Himeno herself. And that thought was simply unbearable to Himeno, because Himeno knew that hunting the gun devil would ultimately be the death of Aki, because every devil hunter eventually dies of hunting devils. And I believe that this is the reason why Himeno always pressured Aki to smoke with her, and why it mattered so much when he finally relented and picked up the habit. Because if Aki would only give in to Himeno's pressure, it was a sign that there was something that mattered just as much to Aki and possibly more than his revenge. And that something was Himeno. And if Himeno could make herself matter to Aki more than his revenge on the gun devil, then perhaps she could persuade him to run away with her, and perhaps he might even be saved. And perhaps Himeno might even secure a kind of happiness for herself to boot.